Okay, this is Ama Sow, and this is my summer band. What's up, guys? My name is Ama Sow. I'm from Senegal, West Africa. I came to the United States in 2021. I played my first organized basketball here at Montour. My freshman year, I was First Love Christian Academy. I was there my freshman year. I didn't really play, but when I came to Montour, I played my first organized basketball game. When I was back home, I used to work out a lot. I was in a basketball academy named Seed Academy. When I was there, they used to help me work out on my skills, like dribbling, shooting, and all that kind of stuff. The problem with me is I never played organized basketball. I wasn't playing any games and stuff like that. So when I first came to America, it was really hard, to understand the game. The coaches here at Montour, they really helped me with that. I remember my first game, I had 1 point and 4 rebounds. And see, now I'm averaging 25 a game, 17 rebounds, top 10 in the whole country. And I'm excited to see how I'm going to do in the future. Here at Montour, people are great. The community, coaches, the teachers, principals, everyone here, are some, really cool people. The coaches helped me a lot with a lot of things. I be working out with coach every time, every day. I text him, every time, coach, I want to get in the gym, and he's still going to be there. You see, right now it's 6 in the morning, and he's here. You know what I'm saying? All kind of works I do with him, help me with a lot of things. Work on my game, watch film together. Show me what to do in games, all that stuff. I mean, it feels great. Back home in my town, a lot of kids start playing basketball because of me. So when I was in my family, I used to hide to go play, and every time I come back, I used to get my ass whooped by my parents. My mom didn't want me to play because, my family, they don't really, they don't really focus on sport, but they are a big education, family. So they cared about my education. So back home, that's all they wanted me to do, school. But I loved basketball since I was a kid. So they be telling me go to school, I be hiding, go to the gym, go to the court, all that. You see now, it paid. You see, my mom, my dad, they never watched me play basketball. They never came to any of my games, but now they watch all the games on YouTube and stuff. See, it's really exciting.
That's really
Even my grandma, since now every time I call her, she doesn't care about basketball. How's school? I getting good grades, all that stuff. She doesn't care about
That's probably not going to change. When you go to college, she's probably still going to
Oh, yeah, she doesn't care about no basketball. She doesn't watch basketball, she doesn't care. Every time I call her, she be like, how's school? Are you doing your work? All that stuff. My host family here, I got took in by the McCombs family, David McComb and Nicole McComb. Shout out to them. They're really good people. They took me in. They didn't even know who I was. Helped me, with a lot of things. They treat me like I'm their own son. You know what I'm saying? And it feels really great to have people like that in your life. Want to help someone without even knowing them. I'm really, really grateful. About UT Marlin, there's a lot of things too. I feel really blessed. Shout out to the coaches, Coach Schulman and Coach Selean and all the coaching staff. Actually, the assistant coach, Coach Selean, he's from my town back home. So I knew him when I was 10 years old. He invited me to a basketball camp when I was 10 years old. I was the youngest there. He gave me some big shoes because I was the youngest. He didn't got any shoes that could fit me in a big jersey. I remember. Yeah, he was the first person that ever invited me to a basketball camp, and now I'm about to play for him this season coming up. Okay, so here at Montour, my favorite memory here is when we went to Florida as a team. We had a trip down there, and then we played one of the best teams in the whole nation. And we only lost 1 game. We was playing some really good teams. I remember we playing a Georgia Tech commit. We beat them. We played a lot. We played against a lot of good players. So that's how I know PA basketball is really underrated for I think PA basketball should be up there, to be honest. Cause we went there as a Pittsburgh team, played against one of the best teams, and we won. And as a team, we had a lot of fun. Get to know each other better. Fooling around in the hotels. stuff like that. I like stuff like that, you know.
Anything else you want to add? Anybody else you need to give credit to?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I would love to thank God a lot. You know, He put me in this situation. Like, it could have been crazy for me because where I'm from, there's a lot of kids, million kids that wanna, you know, get to where I am right now. So I'm truly blessed, truly thankful for that. I'm not the best, I'm not the tallest or any of that. Where I'm from, there's people way bigger, stronger, better than me. But God put me in this situation, so thank Him. And also, I want to thank my parents for the way that they raised me, especially my grandma. Like, she raised me for my mom, my dad, you know, my uncles, all of them. My whole family, basically, you know what I'm saying? And then here, my host family, like, I thank them a lot. I feel like I got two families now, you know what I'm saying? Like, family back home and family here, that's cool. I feel really blessed for that. Also, the Montreal community, yeah, I give them a lot of credit. Like, they really showed me love when I came here. Also, my coach, Coach Manet, he's a guy, man, for like, you see what he did, right? I call him 6 in the morning, Coach, let's go in the gym. He's here, you know?
And he picked you up.
Exactly, he picked me up. He's doing a lot of things for me, like, and that's like one of the least things he's doing for me. Like, he's doing a lot, like, for me. Yeah, thank everybody, my coaches and everybody, the whole, you know, my teachers, the principal, everybody here at Montreal. Yeah, this is Ama Sow, and this is Ama Sow, my band. We're out.
So what is Ama Sow's hidden talent?
His hidden talent is he's a very creative artist that no one really knows about.
All right, talk to me about what was it like having Ama Sow? For how many years did you have him?
3.
How was it having him for the past 3 years?
It's been very educational for me to learn the cultural difference and how we could connect. And we also had a language barrier when he first came, which we had to overcome. And I really think his willingness to learn and grow has helped me as a coach and helped our team and our program. I mean, put our program on a map for sure.
Talk to me a little bit about the progress from when you first got him to up until this point right now.
When he first came, terminology was an issue because of the language barrier, so that was one. And then also, he didn't have hardly any 5-on-5 experience, especially with refs. So teaching him the game itself was, it was kind of a refresher for me, so it was good. But also how quickly he gathered information and applied it to the game was great to see. I mean, timeouts the first year were rough because of the language thing, but as he got, and then as he grew as a person, he started to be able to articulate to our teammates what our goals should be. And I thought that was really good to see his leadership come out.
All right. Any final thoughts you want to give on Ama?
We're going to miss him. That's a big thing. But the other thing, I just think he's not done growing, and I really think he hasn't even come close to reaching his potential. So the sky's the limit for Ama Sow.
I'm the first player that, you know, had, you know, carried 1,000 points, carried 1,000 rebounds here in Montreal.
Damn. Oh, wait, that's your name too.
Yeah, that's tough. See my boy Jack Wolf. Yeah, he hit 1,000 too.
Yeah, he hit 1,000.
All right, what's up? I'm Justice Cleverson, pro player development coach, owner of Ice Academy. I've been working out Lamont for about 3 years. It's coming along, making a lot of progress. Lamont is a great kid. A lot of things we had to work on when I first met him. First one was working hard. Second was being disciplined. And the last one was just being a higher character kid, right? Character takes you a long way in this.
I'm Lamont Perkins. I started playing basketball probably when I was like 3, 4. I was force-fed basketball. Basketball always in my hand growing up. My uncles played basketball, always played sports, and I was tall, so it was just basketball was the one for me, I guess, from the start. So I've been playing basketball since as long as I can remember. Kindergarten, if you want to start when I can remember, is kindergarten. Been playing with everybody around the city. First year playing basketball, I played with Scoop. Like, I've been doing this, and this is where I'm from. The Port is my city. That's how I look at it. New coach is cool. I really did like our last one. Like, I almost looked at him like a dad for real. But Coach DeRose is cool as hell, and he's a lot more experienced, like a lot more polished for real. Got a lot of offensive plays, a lot of defensive plays, a lot of plays all around the board. And it's definitely something to get used to, but he came around real early, so we're already started and we'll be ready by season for surely. The goal for myself is really to get to college. I messed up my first couple years of school when it comes to grades and those type of things. So the goal for myself now is definitely just to make it there and then see where it takes me. You know, transfer portal, everything is too many different ways to go for somebody just to give up. So that's definitely my goal for myself. My goal for my team is definitely win the Whippy or win the section and then take it as far as we can in states, hopefully win those too, because I definitely think we could. I definitely want to see a couple of my brothers, everybody if it's possible, go play in college too. So I'm definitely, even if I can't, I'm going to take the steps to get them to where they need to go too. As a younger athlete, I would tell you probably really just stay focused. Like, it's a lot of things that can help you lose focus, especially if you're from a rougher area. It's a lot of things that can take you away from the sports scene. Like, you could fall into the streets, you could fall in with some drugs, girls. It's a lot of things. You can just hang around the wrong people and end up dead where we're from. Like, it's wild. So as a younger athlete, just stay focused, stay out the way. You don't need to be in the way. It's really better to be out the way. The girls like that more when you get older anyway. It's better just to be out the way, hoop, work, do whatever you got to do to get to where you need to go. And you don't need to worry about everybody else, because half the time they're not on the same shit you're on. I had to learn to change my mindset because I had a real bad attitude. I let things get to me real easily. I had to learn to really just like go with the next play. Just let the last play go and just go to the next. Because if you don't, there won't be no next play. Won't be no next play. Simple. A thing a lot of people don't know about me is I got a lot of energy off the court too. I keep a lot of energy on the court, but if you meet me off the court, I got energy off the court too, and I feel like a lot of people don't think that.
Anything else you want to add? Anybody want to thank for?
Yeah, we'll do it.
Journey type shit. All right, go for it.
I want to thank Coach Will, Scoop's dad. He trained me like a guard from as long as I can remember. So that's really why I'm a tall guard, big guard now. Like, I would have probably been somewhere playing center right now if it wasn't for him. I want to thank last year's coach, Coach Blackwell. That's my boy. He 5 a.m. workouts, all of it. He was getting me there, getting us to the games, getting us wherever we needed to go. And I want to thank Coach DeRose, because Coach DeRose came and he opened my eyes to a lot of the things that I wasn't seeing, and he showed me what a real offense looks like and how it will be in college as a former college coach. I'm Lamont Perkins, and this is my summer pain.
I gotta get your trainer cleaning up your puke. And it just shows that pain that we go through, man.
Hey, I felt it.
I know, I seen it.
I just ain't want it to be true. I ain't want it to be true. I'm like, nah, I ain't about to do it. I'm in my head, just telling myself, like, nah, I'm not about to. Shoot.
Well, he
Finally
got you.
me.
You got him.
Finally got me.
What you doing?
Cleaning up his shit.
I heard you finally got one, Justice.
Got one. First body of the day. We're here all day, DA. Got in there, a lot of pain today. You'll see on the video, made Mont throw up. It's the first time ever throwing up, actually. So that's a lot. That's usually surprising to a lot of people, but these days it's not. The ante has been upped. I know the formula. I've seen it. I worked with some high-level players. I've seen how they work, and I know what it takes to get to the next level and to make this a career. So he's getting there. He's getting there. It was good to see him get through that and still be able to finish the workout. It was good stuff.
Keep that up. That's great for the camera. Keep that up. That's great for the camera. Keep it up. Keep it up. Give me one. Get in there. Uh-huh. We ain't missed yet. We ain't missed yet. Jamal Woodson, director of Slam Basketball. I'm here right now with Josie Fontana, one of the highest recruited athletes in Western PA right now. I don't know about ever, but it's got to be close to it. Listen, I've been coaching Josie since 6th grade. When I first started coaching Josie in 6th grade, she never even jumped for the basketball. She was taller than everybody else. I remember having to yell at her, "Josie, jump! Josie, jump!" We were outside on the playground hooping, and she jumped for the rebound, bro. I ran on the court and celebrated like it was a national championship. I was so excited that she jumped because, bro, when she jumped for the ball, no one was getting her because she rose above everybody in 6th grade. And watching her progress, she had no offers her 8th grade year, no offers her freshman year. She was watching other people on her team get offers, and I know it had to be frustrating, but I kept telling her and her mother, trust the process, trust the process, trust me. I'm going to do everything in my life to make sure you get offers and you're seen at the highest level. We're in the Select 40 League and now in the Power 24. We are playing in front of 70 coaches almost every game. We've been playing in front of Dawn Staley, Tennessee, UConn, everybody you can imagine. Anybody who watches basketball sees all these college coaches that they just dream about playing in front of, and that's what we're doing. Hence, moving forward, Josie has over 35 offers, 35 Division I offers in 2 years, 15 in the last couple of months, and seeing Josie's stock rise higher and higher is absolutely incredible. You feel like a proud father when you watch a kid that you have just done so much for and put so much time in and watched her put time in herself go from 6th grade to now to having plethora of offers and her be able to play anywhere in the country she pretty much wants to go. She can go to any city and play. This summer, the rest of July is the finish of a great product.
I'm Josie Fontana, and this is my summer pain.
That's perfect.
I started playing sports when I was like 4. I started playing soccer. I played soccer all throughout 8th grade, and then 4th grade I got into basketball and volleyball. And I quit soccer and focused on volleyball for high school, and been playing basketball since 4th grade. My love for the game of basketball grew from when I was little. My mom played basketball in college. My brothers played basketball all throughout their middle school careers, and started playing slam when I was in 6th grade, so just playing in the best environments. So I had 2 older brothers, and my mom played basketball at Duquesne, so she introduced me at a very young age to it, and just kind of having her in the household, always being there, like for me to go outside in the driveway and play with them or play like pig with my brothers. We're a very, very competitive household. Growing with them and having them to coach me through it and grow in the game was super helpful. So over the past couple months, I've picked up 15 Division I offers, which obviously very, very grateful for. Over the past week or two, I've gone on several Division I visits, all unofficial, but it's just honestly surreal seeing first off the campuses, all their facilities there, all the resources they have. It was like kind of just seeing my dreams kind of turn into reality. I worked hard to get here, so just seeing it, kind of laid out for me, I guess. And it's great. You have to feel a connection with the team, with the coaches. Make sure, that school checks all the boxes. And then for anybody younger that's going through this process, going on visits, trying to become a D1 athlete, you're going on, seeing what school you want to go to. Just make sure you feel at home. Make sure, the school has everything you want. Don't settle. But obviously, pick the place that's going to be best for you and your journey.
The last thing, is there anybody want to shout out? This is your time to give it to
shout out.
Everybody.
Ooh.
For helping you on this journey too. So
okay.
Keep it in terms of people that you would say, without a doubt, helped you get to where you are today.
Definitely shout out my mom and dad. They sacrificed a lot, especially with me having 5 siblings. They give up a lot for me to go on these trips, have these opportunities. Shout out Jamal. He does a lot for me. We do a lot of these one-on-ones, and he's just always there for me, always reliable, always authentic. Shout out Coach Benton and Coach Techner at Oakland, and my whole Oakland Catholic team and my whole slam team, and all my friends. They all supported me. Make sure I always back me up and always be my biggest cheerleaders.
She is the person that will come babysit your kid and then go scorch you for 30 right away. Like literally, she'll babysit your kid on another team and then come up. Don't guard her because score, she's going to scorch you for 30. She'll hit you in the post. She's developing her game, her outside game, hitting threes now. She's has a really good inside game. 15-foot jumper is water every time she shoots it. She'll kill you in the post. Up, spin move, layup, it don't matter. Any post, anytime you try to guard her in the post, it's a bucket. And her court vision is impeccable, because when she gets the ball, the very first thing she does is look up, throws the ball all the way down the court, and layup. Sometimes it's a turnover, and then we got to have a little talk, and then, boom. One of the best things about Josie is her ability to take criticism. I am one of those coaches that's never going to be soft on someone. I'm never going to say, Josie, come on, better job next time. No, I'm getting right in Josie's face. Josie, what are you doing? Fix your life. And Josie looks at me in the face. She says, I got you, coach. Goes right in and boom, scores right away. She fixes her life instantly. That is hard to find, especially for all the soft players nowadays. There are so many soft freaking players that if you yell at them wrong, they want to go and tell their mommy, and her mommy comes back and says, you yelled at little Johnny. You yelled at him. And then you got to say, well, that's just the way I am, and they want to switch AAU teams. Nope. Josie's been here. Josie's been getting cussed out since 6th grade, and it's never stopped. This July, she'll be getting cussed out the same. But honestly, it's all about the relationship I have with Josie. I know I can be super hard on her. And it's also how strong of a person she is, because she can take the criticism and then put it forth effort on the court. She's not going to be criticized and go out and have a bad attitude. She's going to go out, look you right in your face, and go out and do everything she's told to do and everything she's capable of. She's going to surprise you when you watch her on the court. You're going to look at her and be like, damn, why haven't I been watching her? Facts, you've been missing out on Josie Fontana. And if you don't know, watch any highlight video and you're going to love her.
I'm Courtney Wallace from Neighborhood Academy, and this is my summer pain. So I first started playing basketball at Estelle Campbell Boys and Girls Club in Lawrenceville. That was, I think I was in 3rd grade there. I got to play in some fall league and summer leagues. I played up though. I played with the older kids. But really it was just my environment and being around basketball that got me into it. No one really forced me to do it because my dad did play. My dad played overseas. He played at Duquesne for 4 years. He started there for all 4 years. But he didn't really force me into getting into basketball. My family didn't force me into getting into basketball, even though I'm a sports-oriented family. But really, it was just my environment, and that's where I started at the Boys and Girls Club in Lawrenceville. Then I came to the Neighborhood Academy in the 6th grade, and I started on the 7th and 8th grade team. I started playing there. Really, a big factor to my middle school days is Coach Fred Underwood. We used to come in here and work out literally before school, after school, before practice, after practice, 6 a.m. workouts since I was in the 6th grade with him. And then that year COVID hit, and when COVID hit, that 8th grade year, me and my dad really went hard. We ran up the hills. There's a lot of hills in Pittsburgh on the east side. So we ran up the hills. We did lunges in the living room with the weights. And then after COVID hit, that was my first year at AAU. I played at Rise High. I only played for a couple tournaments, and I started AAU really, really late compared to a lot of other kids. But really, I would just work out a lot with my dad, and Coach Fred and Coach Raj, Uncle Ron. Those are some of the names that I really worked out with from my elementary years to my middle school days. And then, like I said, I played Rise High, and then I got into high school basketball, and that was our first year in the WPIAL, my 9th grade year. It was a pretty rough year, but it had a lot of memories, had a lot of fun. That was when Coach Jordan came. That was his first year coaching at the Neighborhood Academy. He came from Winchester Thurston. And really, it was just a family from the beginning. And I knew Coach Jordan for a little bit before this, but just getting to be coached by him was a blessing. And his assistants, Jackson, Yoni came a little bit later. Coach Nick, Coach Wars, who's been here before Coach Jordan was, because of health complications during COVID. So Coach Wars really was the first WPIAL coach for the Neighborhood Academy. But yeah, we were the first WPIAL team of the Neighborhood Academy, and the first to bring a WPIAL championship my senior year.
And then after that, we got a state championship. And yeah, and we're trying to build a culture here that's natural, not recruiting for basketball, recruiting for how good the kid is, how good of a kid they are. And right now I've been helping a lot, recruiting those kids when they come in and when I see them, and not recruiting them, but just meeting them and talking to them as people, because that's like the biggest thing here. So we have an eighth grade team. Like I said, I played on the 8th grade team, but a lot of kids, they leave their middle school and they look for a high school to go to. And when they look for a high school and they want to go to neighborhood academy, you hear a lot of middle school kids say, I want to go to the neighborhood academy now, which is kind of what we wanted in doing this. And yeah, when they say they want to go to the neighborhood academy, there's a lot of steps they got to take, but I feel like we built that foundation to bring a lot of kids here, bring a lot of, not only talent, but bring really good kids here, bring good families. The question was, how did it prepare me to go to Yale? But really, I've been being pushed and challenged here my entire time here, and I felt like when going to college, I also wanted to be pushed and challenged, and the Ivy League education is going to do that. Ivy League educations are second to none. They're above the Patriot League. They're above any other colleges in the nation, and it's a Division I school. So I had the best of both worlds, and I just wanted to be pushed and challenged like I was at the neighborhood academy academically, while also pursuing Division I aspects in basketball.
Talking to the Yale coaches, when they first reached out to you, how excited you felt, all that good stuff.
So when I first started talking to my Yale coaches, it was Coach Justin Simon. He was the assistant that recruited me. He said after the first day of watching my film, he wanted to go show Coach James Jones immediately because my athleticism stuck out. And after that, Coach Jones showed a lot of interest, and he made it down here on a flight the next week, I believe it was. And he said that the biggest thing that stuck out to him when watching my game was my leadership. We were blowing the team out by a lot of points, but I was standing up and clapping on the bench, and that's what stuck out to him. Not that we were blowing the team out, not that I had the most points, not that, not all the basketball stuff was good, but as a person that I was standing up on the bench, cheering people on, and being a coach on the floor and a coach on the bench. But yeah, they showed a lot of interest. They both got down here. Coach Justin got down here, I want to say a month after that. So I got to meet two of the top assistant and the head coach in a matter of a month. And I just showed that they had a lot of interest in me. Yeah, and I've built a relationship with them still. Unfortunately, Coach Simon, he just recently announced that he will be moving to Carnegie Mellon and got the head coaching job there. And I wish him all the best there, and he's close to home, so hopefully I'll see him before I leave and go up to Yale. We're almost switching spots. He's coming to Pittsburgh, and I'm going to Connecticut. But yeah, I'm still building a relationship with Coach Jones and Coach Geiger and Coach Sherrod, and I have all their numbers. I get to talk to them every day whenever I want to. And yeah, I'm just excited to start this new journey. It feels natural, like the neighborhood academy did when I came in the 6th grade. Something I would tell the younger guys at the neighborhood academy and just in the city in general, and in Pittsburgh in general, is to try to leave a mark on what you're doing. Like try to leave behind your stamp on whatever you're doing. And to get to the Division I level, you might need to take a step to the Division III level, to the Division II level, because now the basketball we're in, the transfer portal opens up a lot of opportunities for people. But that doesn't mean shift your focus and say, I want to go D3 or I want to go D2. Still make the goal to go D1, but don't feel ashamed and don't feel like your journey's over when you hear no looks from D1 or when you might have to go D2, because you should go somewhere where they want you to go and not where you're tolerated, or where they love you and where they want you to be. And if that's a Division II school or Division III school, and that's where you're going to play and that's where you're going to be able to get better and work on yourself as a person and work on your game, then that's where you should go. And just keep working. Like hard work does pay off. I know it's corny, but hard work really does pay off. To get to the Division I level, the Division II level, Division III level, you have to work hard. I'm Courtney Wallace from the Neighborhood Academy, and this is my summer pain.
What's up? This is Coach Cut, and this is our summer pain. You know, growing up on the east side, I'm from Lorimer Avenue, growing up on the east side, it was always big basketball played over there. And then I had a best friend, god brother, who was tremendous. His name is Justin Mellon, who was like phenomenal, 3-time City League state champion, City League MVP. Like, he was like that for real. And I think watching what he went through as far as growing up and putting in the time and putting in the effort and sacrificing his, like, I want to say childhood for real, because he really wasn't outside with us as much as he was in the gym and in the weight room and getting up his shots, and then watching the way his path kind of unfolded. I think that's what really gave me my drive to want to be able to help kids, because at that point I knew that we had the ability to be able to be high-profile college basketball players for real. And so for me, it was really so just trying to give back to the community and giving back to those kids who do sacrifice that time and sacrifice their so quote-unquote childhood to fulfill a dream. And I think that there needs to be people in their corner that can help them also help achieve that, because whenever you look at all of these great talents and all of these great kids like the LeBron Jameses and so on and so forth, even kids like Ace Bailey and Cooper Flagg and all the kids that got drafted last night, they have strong support systems of people who has connections and a network to be able to help them reach the next level. And I think that's what really got me into coaching. And being at Imani for me is a great place because I was able to be here and experience what Imani was like as a student. I graduated in 2003 from here with some of my closest friends, and then to be able to come back because of another one of my god brothers who was actually coaching at the time and was like, bro, come out here, come help these kids, man, you know what you're talking about. And then learning from him, and then being able to learn from my own high school coach, who was Coach Jimmy Burnett. His son is Deshaun Burnett, who's currently at Penn State, but he's also our math teacher here. And he was a pro whenever he had came back to coach us. And then to be able to learn underneath him for some time, and then be able to take over the realms of Imani whenever I was able to do that my first years here, it was tremendous. And then for God to remove me away from here to get more resources and get more connections, it's even more gratifying to come back now to be the head coach of Imani, to be able to provide those things. The first time I was here, I was clawing at the bits and emailing all types of coaches and all of that stuff. Now I'm back at Imani, and no lie, I just had Vanderbilt text me 2 days ago. You know what I mean? So now the kids have that in their grasp and in their reach. It's no longer a myth of if we, or will they come and see us, or will they know us? Nah, it's not about that. Right now it's about putting in your work, putting in that summer pain, so when they do come and see you, because we know that opportunity always presents itself here at Imani because of what God was able to bless me with and be able to bring back here, are we able to capitalize that? So that's why things like summer pain is crucial for the culture of Pittsburgh, you know what I mean? And definitely big shout out to DA for doing this, because we need all hands on deck. And I don't know how many people understand how to realize that, but the Pittsburgh basketball community is not big whenever you step outside of here. For real. We don't have a mark. We don't have a name. We don't have anything. One thing they do know is if we can hoop, we're some of the grittiest, toughest guys that's on the court. I promise you that. They all know that, and that was just being able to be seen by T.J. McConnell, who they would have said if Tyrese, if the Pacers would have won, he might have messed around and been Finals MVP because of how tough and how hard he is. And then with kids like Isaiah Wilson and R.J. Sledge and Malik Thomas and Amari Evans, like, you have dogs who are out there, man, and that's what we breed. But what we really need is a collective. We need a whole to be able to push these kids and spotlight these kids, because I'll take our Western Pennsylvania kids against any kid around the country as long as we're still learning and teaching and putting our best efforts forward, man. So what I want to say is definitely thank you. I want to say a thank you and appreciation to you, DA, for actually doing this, for helping raise the bar and continuing to help raise the bar. And that's ultimately why I came back to Imani, was to help feed the culture, was to help grow the culture, was to be a voice, man. And whatever kid needs me, I don't care if you go to Imani or if you don't. If you need some help, you need some guidance, you need anything, man. Coach Cud, Coach Scoop, Coach Rat, Coach Evan, Coach Juan, we're all here. We're all here. We're going to always be here, man. Don't be scared. Yeah. So the culture of Pittsburgh, like our grittiness is because I think growing up, everybody's supposed to be a football player around here. You know what I mean? Like, it's like if you're the slightest athletic, if you got the slightest tough guyness to you, everybody plays football in Western Pennsylvania. So because of that, you're automatically walking onto the basketball court with a toughness and a pride, man. If you've ever seen some of these City League midget games, from the Wilkinsburgs to the Homewoods to the East End Raiders, man, to the Garfield Gators, you see the intensity, man. And we got coaches who love the kids and who breed that toughness and that grittiness into us. So I think it's just a natural habitat for us. So whenever you mix that and then you put that on the court with some basketball skills, man, I'm trying to tell you, we got NBA lottery picks around here. We got some pros around here. We got some high caliber Division I, II, and III college basketball players. I promise that. So I believe what the culture needs is it needs to be more hands on deck and not so much gatekeeping, not so much this is my kid and you can't touch him, not so much I don't like him so I'm not going over there to help. It needs to be more so, man, like how do we get all of this together? How do we come together? How do we bring a Jack Higgins together? How do we bring, you know what I mean, the different AAU programs, the Rise Highs and the Ambassadors and the 412, all of that. How do you bring all of that together so we can actually spotlight our kids and help our kids? And that's really what I'm here for, man, because I don't care about any of that. I really don't. I really care about the kids being able to reach their goals and do what they are able to do and succeed at the highest level, man. And I believe our grittiness and our toughness is one thing that stands alone outside of everybody. Yeah, man, and you know, it feels good to be able to go to places like the Pro-Am, man, and you see the old heads saying how proud they are of what we're doing here in this building for the community, of helping raise the bar and stuff like that. Just the other day, I was down at the Larmer League practice, and there was people driving past, honking their horn, screaming out the window to me and Coach Scoop, man. They're so proud and grateful of what we're doing. Because where we come from, man, it's hard to do what we're doing and getting kids the places that we're getting them from where we come from, you know what I mean? So to have the support of the community, the whole East Side, the whole Western Pennsylvania, man, I'm talking about even whenever we go out to for AAU trips, outside of the city, we got people walking up to us and being like, man, Imani, I heard about y'all, man, and I heard about what y'all doing over there, man, and that's a gratitude to me and all of the support that I have over here at Imani and my coaching staff that does an amazing job, and the kids, man. And you know, just last night, RJ was a Pro-Am player of the game. He texts me right after with a clip and was like, hey, man, your drills is crazy. Look, the work is showing. He had a high floater off the glass. Those are the things that we love right there, man. Those are the things to be able to walk inside, like I said, the Pro-Am and see those kids go off and everybody's looking over and being like, man, y'all are doing a great job, and congratulations, and keep fighting and keep doing it no matter what. You know what I mean? That's a big blessing, and I just want to say thank you to everybody for that. Once again, this is Coach Cud signing off, and this is our Summer Pain.